Okay, what's up, everybody? Let's continue our adventure with Coralson here. The proud new parent of 3 flight pinions. And what did we do last time? We cleared most of this place out. We started using this... What is this thing even called? Yeah, the flail, man. Which ain't that good, to be honest, but it's unique-ish for this point in the game. And it scales primarily with dexterity, right? Looking at... No, it scales equally with strength and dexterity. It was that you needed decent dexterity. Dude, these guys are like crawling on the side of this thing like they're Spider-Man or something. Or I guess just a damn spider, which is much more likely to appear in this kind of game. Could you imagine like somebody, I guess if someone hacked the game and hacked a Spider-Man NPC into it or something, he's all like, yeah, this is some crazy shit. This medieval place. Has Spider-Man ever been in a medieval Elden Ring-esque time period? I don't know enough about that stuff to know the answer to that. Okay, but either which way, I'm sure he would be like, yo, this place is crazy with how many things want to kill you all the time. He definitely had plenty of verticality, though, because despite this being long before we had the technology, I guess, I don't know, to build things very high with any structural integrity, for a time period like that, stuff gets pretty damn tall here, man. I mean, just look at the Urge Tree. That's, like, goes all the way up to, like, the damn moon and shit, so... Okay. Let's figure out what we're doing. What did we clear... We clear down here. We did not. Okay, that's the first stop for us. We are gonna... Hold on one second. Let's kick this guy's ass and... Okay. It's very easy to miss with the flail. It has almost negative range, actually. Like, you're swinging at enemies and hitting yourself. It's that kind of shit. Speaking of things I'd like to have negative range is those great dragonflies, man. Those guys are some bad juju. Not really, they're just super annoying. And, you know, the devs knew what they were doing. The devs, you could tell they programmed them specifically for that purpose, as just kind of a blatant middle finger to us all that we all can kind of laugh and carry on about. Which is fine. I'm more okay with that than, I don't know, being something that sucks even harder, right? You don't want, like, one of the dragonflies took like half of your health every time they hit you, knocked you off your horse. I feel like I've been knocked off of my horse by a dragonfly, to be perfectly honest, and that sucked whenever that happened. If it did, I don't know if it did. Let's see if I can... Need to see our craftable. Yeah, here we go. The materials. So, oh good, we got 6 of those 4-toed falcons. Because it's that, and then golden fireflies, I believe, is what you need to craft the, eventually, right? The item that we are farming here. Basically, farming the components too. We should probably kill the tree sentinel at some point. I'm not sure Coralson is quite ready for that. This is a bit of a challenge run, I guess, because I don't think I'm going to give her any really like heavy weapon, no colossal sword or hammer or anything like that. That's what my plan is. She seems like a more refined lady who is not gonna carry around a weapon with a dumbass amount of weight. She would probably be a very good katana wielder. And as you know how like dexterity weapons that require more of that than strength have this tendency to seem more elegant. You seem like, can you not get stuck on a 1-inch? Yeah, okay. If you guys have been paying attention to my gripes about this particular game, and it's also games that are similar to this, so all the Souls games, I hate that you can, like, I just dashed forward there and was stopped by like 1 inch of stone or whatever. That never ceases to irritate me. That's okay. Better that it happened right there in a situation that it didn't matter that much, because believe it or not, it happens all the damn time. In situations that you die, you don't run up on the right stone or whatever. And that just, okay. See, like, that's another instance of that. That's the second thing I hate about this game, is you'll take a drop like this, and it'll trigger that, hey, you're dropping off of something, but this is not a big enough drop. It needs to be like 2 times your height or something to trigger that animation, because that pulled me out of sprinting. And I know, like, that's realistic, like literally realistic, but that's too realistic for a video game, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Hey, still love the game, obviously. Okay? Nobody needs to get offended or want to wring my neck or anything because he said something negative about the game. But I do think those things are an issue. It would interrupt nothing about the experience of playing this game if they were to make that change. Like, nobody would be like, damn, well, how come the animation isn't triggering? Hell yeah, got his ass. When I dropped half a torso down something, I didn't get the drop animation. You know, nobody is going to do that. But it will solve a lot of the irritations that people like me experience, so that's cool. Dude, that was some crazy shit. I don't know why the visceral attack did not trigger there, but okay. See, here's what I do not appreciate about that particular mechanic. Man, we were just like, just on it today, huh? With talking about the mechanics that I do not prefer. And one of them is the visceral attack state issue. I think that I like what was the game? Liza P, which is very similar to this game. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. Did. And what they did is when something is put into visceral attack state, there is an indicator that shows the position you need to be in to trigger the actual visceral attack. So it's not like you're like, oh, well, I'm right in his face. It's like, oh, well, it wasn't his face that you had a visceral attack, it was his elbow. I don't know. You don't have anything go on like that. At least not because you are attacking the literal wrong place to trigger it. You see what I'm saying? This game, and every game like it, to be honest, I think should implement something similar. Okay, second thing. It should not be easy to not trigger that. Like, I'll be in where I know is the correct place, like with the Kaden Knight earlier that I failed a visceral attack. and activate it, and it won't do it just because it thinks that I'm, or whatever, I'm outside. I'll be like 1 pixel outside of it or something, and it won't do it.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble.
I need those, yeah, these. I don't have enough money for that. But I do have. We might as well do all of them, because they're expensive enough to have to do that. Okay, so take all of these. What else? Oh, that's what we are also going to do, is go up there and we need that too. And just go ahead and upgrade this weapon. I really don't want to. No, I wasn't done, but that's fine. We'll do this in the inventory where it's annoying.
You don't want any.
Alright, baby. Let's see. We got... Yeah, this one I am buying purely for the neutralizing boluses. I always say boluses, but it could be boluses. Whatever, these green things, dude. So that when we get poisoned, as we inevitably will later, it's not gonna be, you know, like the big Miranda plant that poisons you and does like 3 Estus flasks worth of your health and damage before the poison stops. The issue with poison in this game, the good thing is it doesn't tick fast. So you don't lose, or it feels like you don't really lose, you know. How much did, oh, it's 8 and 10, okay. I might actually, that short though, dude, because shots. Because why not? I literally never use the bow in this game, because I think what we're really gonna use is magic, but that thing away. 1.5, this thing. And we don't have any arrows though.
You don't want any.
Might be an issue. I have a feeling the game is not going to be cool about letting me put those bolts on this thing, so this is spend the rest of our money. That's cool. But yeah, the Kata Knight visceral attacks, that's something I think that they should just tighten up a little bit. That's my opinion. It wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for the other issue that happened there when I failed to critical the Kata Knight and instead hit him with a regular attack. The problem with that is when you do that, it pulls them out of visceral attack state if they are not like certain enemies. Like the giants, a lot of the giant enemies, like the... Okay, you're gonna have to stop all that because that's too much noise. I don't want to do this part because I don't think I'm strong enough. But hell, give it a try. If we die, we only lose 10 runes. Dude, you can pick 10 runes up literally anywhere. You can find that in your couch cushions, so... I want to try this bow out, but I don't think I'll be able to see him. If it was a fire arrow, I probably would have been able to. Okay, you know what? You know what he can take? It's one of these. Damn! Baptism by fire. Actually, I don't think I want to do that again. Because we might actually want to use these for this boss coming up. I can make one of these too, man. Let's do that. How far is that in my inventory? Not far at all. Okay, so we can go in there? Power up this flail with some fire. Because in my opinion, this is one of the hardest bosses coming up in this part of the game. Not including obviously the Sentinel, the Tree Sentinel, because he's actually the hardest one. And it's not really the boss that's hard. I guess it'd be more accurate to say the encounter, because that's what part of it is hard. Okay. The fact that there's other stuff going on is what makes it hard. Noise. Damn. Look at this guy and tell me he's got health. There we go. See, he had such little health. One of the weakest throwing knives took his ass out. Yeah, there was just not any preventing getting hit by both of those attacks. It happened again. Alright, let's get out of the corner, please. Yeah, that nobody would dodge in that direction, dude. That's definitely a game trying to catch you dodging backwards thing and not what any fighter would actually have done. Alright, we're out of fire. Oh, we're really running out of a lot is our stamina. God damn, dude. Our stamina is just taking a beating. There we go. Yeah, come get some, guys. It's not so hard when you don't have... Are you seriously hitting me when the encounter is over? For any of y'all that don't know, once you kill that main enemy, the rest of them are supposed to immediately stop aggroing and start being afraid of you. It's not what we're experiencing here for whatever reason. So all of y'all are gonna die. You see this man right here? Yeah, okay, he's got it. He's like, hey dude, chill. Alright, we didn't like them either. I'm like, okay. Don't attack me. Don't follow me. And now you get to be king of this. Okay, this guy didn't get the memo. Yeah, everyone in that area though, like, I've done it where I've just gone straight for the bosses and took them both out and didn't kill anyone else, and there was like 6 or 7 other regular dudes just walking around, and they all immediately de-aggro. Disengage and start cowering, begging for you not to. Put them down like you did the big boss dudes. There's 2 of them. That enemy regularly is not difficult. And anyone who's played this game, why was he red for like 1 second? Anyone who's played this game knows what I'm talking about. Even the encounter isn't like hella difficult. It's just, you saw me struggling a lot there. It's because there's 2 of the boss, and then you're getting ganked the whole time by the rest of them. I think we need to go. This is what we're gonna do. We are going to take this road up this way. It is actually the perfect genius level plan that I'm going to be putting into effect right now. Okay, first we need to head back to this church because we neglected to do this part.
This way, tarnished. May I apply on the wood? I'd heard
Irani
the talk.
will appear apparently only here.
I wasn't sure. I torrents. Tis of summon there. The spirits now. It is that. I doubt we. How long will he for?
And apparently, many people have missed her because of that, and I can see why. I was just one of the lucky people who had never had that issue, but I could easily see me having that issue if this was my first time playing the game. I just happened to go back to that area because in order to trigger her, you have to come to this bonfire, right? And that implies that you took care of all of these ruins here with all these guys already and are trying to get through that castle gate now, which there's also a bonfire over there. And then once you come through here, you're like, okay. And you continue, you know, playing Elden Ring. And there's very little reason to go back to that one church area unless you're going to talk to Kale. And that's not always the case that people do that. I know I've had runs to where I don't talk to him after the first time. Alright. Doing this? That made very little sense to me. Okay. Super inaccurate weapon. Dude, this weapon is literally playing on hard mode. I like the, what the hell is that thing called? The fixed one a lot more. Like the Morning Star, it's not a good weapon, you know? Especially after the first 5 hours of the game or something. It falls off really fast, and it's not even its damage, which is the issue. It does okay damage, plus it can bleed, so there's that. Its issue is its range. It has, like, the range of this thing. And I'd prefer that it had... Like, this thing seems like it should have more range than the Morning Star, because it is literally longer than it. Oh, god damn it. This right here is another one of those developer trolls, as they made that particular goat type, where the rest of them are timid as shit, and they'll do that, hey, I'm gonna roll away from you now thing that everyone likes. Like, those are aggressive and will literally go out of their way to come over and ram you, which is really annoying when you got places to go. Help to keep. Like, I like them less than the... What were we talking about earlier? The dragonflies, yeah. I think they're worse, the goats. Which is funny, because they're not worse. No, they are worse. They're much easier to deal with, like, to hit. But... screw those guys. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let me like just say it, dude. Just say it. Yeah, screw those guys. Okay, this is not the way I was meaning to come. I'm trying to avoid these bats because they're not going to give me hardly any experience, but they will almost assuredly hit me 1 or 2 times as I'm trying to fight them. You know, the juice ain't worth a squeeze with them. You guys know what I'm talking about. Why are you wilding out over there? Do you see me or not? Make up your mind. Okay, good. He doesn't see me. I also don't like how the eagles hang out on these cliff sides that have a bunch of this different, like, varying levels of terrain, which have that, hey, I'm a 1-inch rock that's stopping your full charge problem. So and they fly away and are birds, so they can just keep damn flying and not, and there's nothing you can do about that. So I don't like the placement of them either. I don't care if it's realistic where they would actually be standing, because it's easy to screw up the charge attack. And they're super timid, so they will fly the second they hear somebody failing a charge attack. Like, they'll sometimes start flying as you come up on them. They're usually not programmed to fly as fast if you are not on the horse. Like, you could come up on them with the horse, like, quiet as can be, and they are programmed to notice that more. Which makes sense. The horse is obviously much bigger and makes much more noise, but clopping up to you. Whatever. Don't like the placements of eagles, but it's alright. Most of them have been... Once you kind of get their patterns of how they avoid you down, you can get to most of them. If I ever mess up ambushing them, it's because of that 1-inch rock thing. Do I want to do this? The answer is I don't. We're not going to do this yet. What I am trying to do is get to that side. That's where I want to be. But it's one of those fat ass dogs. Let's see if we can get him from here. Alright. Okay. Yeah, that's... We're using all of these shots on him, and... You seriously can't aim that straight down? Alright, how do you do this without... There we go. What up, buddy? What's up? Does he see me? Can I craft? Yeah, I'm gonna craft one of these. And... Hey, take this one. There we go. So you can throw that straight down. You can't aim that bow and arrow straight down. I guess it's realistic, but... You know, the answer is why. You guys know what I'm talking about when a game gets too realistic. Nobody likes that shit. I really should have started her off with a keepsake, and I did not. So I'm suffering for it because I should have 25% more crimson. Well, I was actually talking to her first. I sure can.
My thanks.
Stop talking and blocking my inputs. Thank you. There we go. This dude always...
Well, I am beyond upon this.
He always struck me as a spiritual successor to Sigurd of Katarina, or by his more colloquial moniker, the Onion Knight. See, I missed that because I got stuck on this, and it dragged me down there. Dude, I'm serious. Elden Ring, like, a lot of games have this problem. Elden Ring specifically has this uneven terrain and slopes making you slide that shouldn't issue. Like, they need to patch that shit. Or just don't make it that way in the first place. I don't like this either. For some reason, these knives are really hard to hit them with if you are not facing the exact right direction. Yo, that one. Oh, okay, like his wings stopped, and he was just still there. That was hilarious. Yeah, stop. Don't do that, please. There we go. And you. Nice. I don't like the octopus dudes because they do that jump attack, which has way more range than it looks like it does. He did it again. And see, that was a very good example of like, hey, we're just gonna miss the visceral. Okay, and again. That one I kind of screwed up because I didn't think he was going to go through the visceral attack state. I don't think hitting the enemy should pull them out of that state. And here's why. They do not stay in that state long. Like, the best you can do is hit them like twice before they come out of that state. And that's weaker than just doing the attack. So I don't understand why that knocks them out of visceral attack state. Just personally. The fact that they don't stay in it long to begin with is enough of a limitation. No, it's just a bit of user experience that See, I was in the middle of an attack and you just tanked that. Or you didn't even take it. You're just like, hey, you're not gonna attack me. Okay, let's throw that at nothing. Where is he? Where is he? Maybe he'll just stay away. What I'd appreciate him doing is staying away from me. Yo, there are no... The only reason I did all of this was because I thought there was a collection of gold fireflies. Some of these ponds with the octopus have it. I know there's another one coming up later on that have it. I thought that one did. Otherwise, I wouldn't have wasted my time doing all that, because there is nothing to be gained from it. Plenty to be annoyed from, you know, missing visceral attacks and throwing knives and not hitting giant dragonflies. Last. Alright. I'll take the horse this way. Let's speed up our... I think we are actually going to do this. I have the smallest amount of damage, but if this guy is going to pop me off anyway, we'll take it. We'll take a full refresh on everything. Alright, nice. Things are looking up. What is our... okay, so what we're gonna do is go ahead and level up, because why not? My endurance up. It doesn't make any sense to me that I'm using a very undemanding weapon as far as endurance goes. Night rain. I get it. But I don't got it, though. I see what I did just there. Yeah, I don't have Night Rain. Maybe one day I'll have it. I think the base game has so much content to begin with. Like, I've never finished the base game, actually. Not like 100% completion or anything. I've gotten pretty far in it and done most of this stuff. But Night Rain is not something that probably would enhance my experience of this game. Nice. Yeah, you got took out, bro. Probably not how y'all thought I was going to take him out. That wasn't how I thought I was going to take him out either. Oh, almost. Dude takes the most illogical path over here. Sniper battle. Dude, that did a ton of damage to him. Ah! Local game bullshit. What was I talking about? Typical game bullshit? Because that's exactly what that shit was. This should have been a hitless encounter for sure. And it's like, you know what? You know that weapon you've been talking shit about? Having not enough range? Here's not enough range for you again. You'd think I'd learn from my mistake, but nope, that would make sense. I'd rather just keep complaining about it, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm trying to figure out where exactly anything is going. Sorry, it's just adjusting a setting over here. we're gonna just sweep this whole area, and the real reason of coming over here wasn't any of this stuff. It was the cave that we already passed. We're just gonna let them be, because that is an encounter that is not really gonna provide me with much. Lance Talisman. Totally. Okay. I knew it was gonna be that shit. Do you see that? A 1-inch piece of stone. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's a goddamn sprinting Amazonian princess chick. Oh my fucking god, dude. Game's been a game. Dude, that's dumb. Okay, come on, man. You see that? It's like, hey, I'm pulling the stick out. Okay. It's like, stop popping shit. I'm pulling my stick out of the ground. That tends to knock pistons around. Oh, shit. This is actually a really easy enemy, and I floundered that whole thing. The game is seeking revenge for how much shit I'm talking about it, and damn if it is not getting revenge over and over and over for these little petty mistakes that it's causing me to make. Like, listen, I wouldn't be playing the game if I didn't absolutely enjoy it. It's just, this game in particular, with how ambitious it is, how good it is, how good of a pedigree it has, like all the games that came before it, how good the development team is, just everything together, the things that are wrong with it seem very silly. Like, it's these little things that seem like they would be simple fixes. I mean, I guess maybe they're not. But I've been there since the first games, and are still not fixed. Those are the kind of things I complain about with this game, because, I mean, most of it is good. There are bigger issues than those little things, but I think it's the fact that the little things exist. Oh, like, hold on one second. How are you missing this piece of optimization or user experience, or whatever you want to call it? You right there, I actually did want to not do the visceral because it would have took longer to kill him for no reason. And maybe that's why they don't make it as easy to trigger the visceral, is because sometimes you want to just keep attacking. I think if your character attacks right after they go down and it's part of a series of attacks, then it shouldn't trigger it. Gotcha. That's cool, because that's how I like to use it. Dude, this guy thinks he's a genius. Oh, okay. He's programmed to react in exact sequence to okay. He ain't activated. Come on, activate. There we go. This time I do want to do the visceral, because that guy behind me, yeah, is standing up, and it helps me avoid that damage. Because what happens is, if you don't do the visceral, you don't have the invincibility frames of the visceral. Yeah. And he usually runs over to you fast enough to stop you from being able to just, you know. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. I handled that one like a champ. And I don't always handle things like a champ, so you gotta take your moments, man. This right here is probably what she should be using. In fact, I might just go ahead and switch to that. Because I don't know if it does more damage. It does similar damage. I mean, not to these guys. Flash is gonna do not as much damage as... I don't know what they call this kind of damage that this thing does standard. It's like, hey, I'm gonna hit you with stuff. That kind of damage. I knew this. See, that's why I was standing over there, to try to prevent this shit getting took out by a bunch of arrows. But he just wouldn't stand up, so... Come on, come over here. I don't want to be getting hit by arrows. There we go. He's like, come out here, dude. Come get arrow hit. I love that roll can damage you. Which is so fun. The issue is that it flinches you. The damage is fine. The flinch is incorrigible. At least I think it flinches. Okay, there we go. This area is clear. Might be like 2 more skeletons over there. Crank it up, baby. Crank up the music, the victory music. Ooh, blood rose, 3 of them. This is one of my favorite items in the game, or it's really not much of an item, but a crafting material, just because it's pretty. I like its icon. And it's good for certain things. If you're gonna make blood-based items like arrows, or I think arrows is one of them. It is used for those things. And I'm trying not to do a bleed build, but so many weapons lend themselves to bleed damage. And it's really cool. It's a really everything. Like, even this thing does bleed damage. Which it better do something, because it sucks. I'd rather have that club. Alright, I said I'm gonna switch to the katana. And I am. It needs 11 strength though. Right. I should check first, but there we go. 115 to 24, and this thing does 112 to 22. So this thing is better damage, just straight up. It also has more range than this. I just feel so... You know what we're gonna do? We are not gonna fight that guy. We are gonna upgrade the katana. No, we're not. Screw it. We'll just fight him. If we only have 59 runes, if he kills us and we lose our runes, it's whatever, dude. Really not a big deal. And this has a good art too, dude. I just realized I never once tried using the art of the other thing. Nice. That could have gone a hell of a lot worse. Because that dude is fast. He's skilled. But I was able to just kind of stay on him and trigger a critical. Which is the real trick. wanted to do that, not for its experience, because he doesn't give you much, but this thing, as we do a decent amount of critical hits. It's relevant for that because it restores some health every time you're successful with a critical hit. Look at that, 4-toed output. Perfect. I'm gonna do my best not to actually use the Uchigatana for that long. It's a bit of a cliche weapon. I don't know why I didn't hit the bonfire, because I definitely needed more heals back. That one heal could make a difference, man. Big difference. You know how I know that? It's because I am one heal short of where I should be right now. Because if I would have started her with the seed, right, then we would have an extra. We'd have 5 instead of a max of 4. You know what? Let's not just run over there. Can we pull him? You. Here, now. Come on. Great. This is probably a bad idea, but... I was gonna say, there's no way you're gonna throw that all the way over here. If he would have done that, that would have really pissed me off. Throw another one. Throw another one. So I can follow up with an arrow. There we go. Oh, almost. Okay, we're out of arrows. Would you put that shit up? Put that torch up, dude. Nobody is asking you the torch. What? They're gonna do it. Why not us? I knew that was gonna do that shit. I fucking knew it. If I needed that tree to be able to block shit, it wouldn't be able to. Like, it would not have the hitbox for that. Hilarious. Thank you, From Software, for that bullshit. That was cool. The game is like, dude, you can keep talking shit. We're gonna keep screwing with shit, man. And I'm like, oh damn, I can't argue with that. Dude, we're like out of everything now. Yo, we can make some fire arrows. We have thin beast bones. We need 3 to make that? Oh, well, it gives you 10 arrows. Okay, that's okay. How many butterflies do we got? 9? Oh yeah, there's plenty to... But what we want to do here, yeah, is not contend with these dogs and his ass. That's what we don't want to do. See if we can give him the slip. Looks like we can. Alright, dog. See you in hell. Dude, come on. Come on. What? Did you miss? How? Somebody explain it to me. Explain the impossible miss shenanigan. Ugh. I understand how he missed. He should miss all day long. Uh-oh. I wanted to try that follow-up thing because I literally never do that. Uh-oh. He's like, let me show you a real follow-up. My issue is I'm running out of stamina. Dude, I don't know. I am used to playing higher level characters, I guess. But I keep running out of damn stamina. What does this other one do? Okay, yeah, that's perfect. That's what I originally was trying to do. Not the overhead slash one. Dude, Godric Knight Helm. We ought to I need a... Oh, more butterflies. I almost forgot this chest, didn't we? Heater shield. Alright, what do you think, Carlton? Where are we going? What are we doing? I guess we'll do the Hunter's Shack. This is what this place is over here. This is where that one boss can spawn that, even at a high level, gives me trouble. Like, I'll come back here and all of my, like, my health bar will be twice as large as this, and he'll still give me trouble.
Let me ask you, are you here in the land? Does your faith despite?
Do I got my faith? Yeah. Yeah, I got my faith.
Interest in ball
What kind of question is that? What kind of skills do we got? Under Warcry. Spin slash. Ooh, no skill. Parry? Does parry matter as much in this game? That's what I thought was the other art of this sword. This thing? Because that's what it is in Dark Souls 3. One is parry, like you can do the overhead slash thing. Isn't in Dark Souls 3. And instead it is a parry maneuver. Which is probably what the parry ability there does for like most weapons that you can equip it to. It just adds it, which I like that more because, I mean, I like the overhead slash thing. That's alright with me. That's alright with me. Let's get off the horse so they don't... Yeah, see, I got caught. I got caught. That, literally, it's literally 1 inch, and you see how that like, it was catching me. Like, let me do it again. So I did this. Oh, go back. Do it again. Did this. Okay, it's not doing it now. Dude, I got caught. Rewind this shit. Look at the bullshit and, like, somebody help me get some justice. I'm gonna take my rage out right here. Okay. Rage stated. Take that rage, woman. Carlson is not a rageful individual. I guess. I don't know. It doesn't look like she is. Which is not the same thing as, hey, I won't kick someone's ass if I need to. It's like, hey, my emotions aren't gonna take me over. Right? She's nothing like me. I am the most rageful person you've ever met. As you've seen me get pissed off about 1 inch rocks this whole time. So we're a good pair. She helps tamp down those issues in me. I literally need to like just pattern that 1 inch rock. And what it means is it means bullshit. Enough said. Some of these eagles, they are spreading out just far enough that you cannot hit both of them with one attack, and one of them is going to get away. And we know that because I was hitting both of them before when I had a weapon that was not as long as this one. This is a good area right here. I'm like the biggest fan of all of these Molder butterflies because I was about to create some of these and I didn't because I didn't want to use the butterflies because I want to hold some for this, but since this fire area exists, there's a dude over here that will invade you. You just get near him. So let's go do that. There we go. so that we can... There it is. Oops. That was fucking awesome. Yeah, can we not hit me while I'm trying to heal? Bitch. Don't do that. Don't do no weapon art bullshit. Get out of here. Dude, that was awesome how like it stunned you so you can't like get through. Nice. Okay. I don't like how they're programmed to dodge thrown shit. Hell yeah. Even though it makes perfect sense. They absolutely should be programmed to dodge thrown shit. I just don't like that. Because it instills them with the tendency to dodge my thrown shit. What we're gonna do, we are going to delete that so that I don't make any more off of reflex, because I don't think I need any more. At least not right now, especially with the bow that I have. And it costs the same thing. It costs beast bones. Oh, I need to be killing some deer, dude. Ha! It will be used for a worthy cause. Excuse me. But where they cause of me going around shooting people with arrows? I don't know. What was that giant sound? I heard roar. You better not be able to see me and like throw something at me from over there. Wherever you are. Actually, I have enough now, right? Arrow. Hey. What's that? Goddamn pig charging. Okay. Oh, wait, not bolts. So the fletched ones can go farther. Why not? Let's do it. Let us now put that where... That's actually perfect. I'm going right there. So if something does not have any special resistance to fire, this is going to do more damage than the regular arrow. If they resist fire, it might do a little less. Because you can't just add physical and fire damage together, because everything resists fire, magic, lightning, holy, and physical at different rates, so it depends on what that... Like, you can't shoot one of those fire slugs that we beat up earlier with this thing and expect it's gonna do 93. It might do 13. It might do more than that, but... Yeah, anyway. Not sure why I decided we need to go into that tangent. We killed like all the deer in this forest. I'm gonna have to start using Hate and Night bones instead. Okay, so that's what we're gonna have to do. I keep doing the wrong thing. I keep trying to block. He must have been low on stamina. Because we broke his guard actually pretty damn easily. I think too easily. That's okay. Hey! Look at that. Well, actually, that's not the same thing as what I just made. So, it's not gonna stack on here. Yeah, here. But we can put them right here. Yeah, we can, for dudes that aren't... I don't know. In Caelid. Those fletched arrows will reach all the way to Caelid. We should probably be killing more of these sheep, because I think they have beast bones. They sure do, of the thin variety. And that's what we're looking for. You know, to be honest, I don't know what these little bunny squirrels have, because I have always felt so bad about killing them. They seem like little fox bunny squirrels. I'm not 100% sure. But it's one of those enemies that I don't want to kill, so I don't have to. I don't feel that way about these sheep. Clearly. Or the pigs. I don't feel that way about pigs. If we can take this guy out without him doing any of his bullshit. Like, this is a good example of an enemy that can be hit, and it will not remove his visceral attack statedness. And I think all enemies should have that particular trait. Just because, if anybody should be hit out of it, it's them, because the visceral attack state for them lasts a while, but it lasts a while so that you can walk around them and maybe make it to them, to the place where it needs to happen. That's why it would be much better, I think, if there was some kind of separate button or input to trigger visceral attack state. Attack. Not the state. That would be cool too. Could you imagine it's like, hey, press X or something, and it immediately puts your target into visceral attack state. That would be OP as shit. No, but it executes your attacking them while they're in visceral attack. As long as you are close enough to the enemy, I don't think there should be a, hey, you need to be at this spot. It's just, if you are within, I don't know, 5 meters or something of whatever the spot is, or of the enemy, it will trigger the attack and your character will, like, run up, get into position, and then do the attack themselves. And leave you out of it, you know? I think that would solve some of that. Man, he left 3 bones. Which is a good amount of bones, dude. We can just actually make some of these right now. Fletched ones. There we go. Now we should have 30. We do. 30 is a good number to have.
Everyone who only to have their arms taken. Did you know? It's quite a lark. You're all heading to Stormvale, enticed by well that me. I don't have. It's scary. I want to be like everyone else, but I'm John nothing but a.
But who?
I know. Can you take this look? The poor thing. And the spirits look rather fond. They'll be glad of your company, I think. It was a pleasure to. Oh, can you tell them I love them? And that I'm finally getting that. It was a pleasure to. Oh, tell them I'm finally getting.
Yeah, we'll do all of that. I don't even remember what it is we asked for. Take the jellyfish, spirit, to a very late game area for the main game, considering where we are right now. Like consecrated snowfield or something. It might not be that exact, but it's in that part of the game where the snow area is. Why did you do that? That is not what I meant to do. And you see, now I'm getting beat up because of it. Jump back. There we go. Perfect. Give me my health back. I did not mean to jump off my horse there, because that encounter right there is actually a example of a good place to be on your horse if you can. Just because the wolves are so weak to this weapon specifically, that they take 2 or fewer hits to stop. Okay, now we're up to how many flasks we were supposed to be at this whole time. not mean to trigger that again. Stone times 3. Now we have enough to fully upgrade this weapon. The katana. Because you can upgrade it 3 times. At the first upgrade place where Kale is. Okay, that's part of the reason why it was more okay for them to put the Ronnie event there, because I forgot that a lot of people are actually going to go back there because to upgrade their weapon. Because the first time that you get to that smithing table, and I missed that rune over there, they're just high enough that if you're not perfectly lined up, you can miss these runes right here. You see that? Like I can't get it now. See, bullshit. It's like bullshit alert. Dude's talking shit. Send bullshit. All right. I think they should include some feature that will allow you to grab an item that is farther from you than you'll usually be able to grab items. Dude, did you seriously not hit that other bird at the same time? Come on. I guess. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, not... It doesn't have to be far, but, like, you should be able to grab things within, like, maybe 5 to 10 meters of you. And the only reason is not so that you can grab stuff that, you know, without, like, entering areas and, like, grab things away from, excuse me, enemies without having to, like, not to cheat the game. That's not why I'm saying you should be able to do that. It's because sometimes defeated enemies will drop items that for whatever damn reason are floating in the air, like literally just 1 foot above you. Like you could literally just reach and grab it, but it's outside of your... Okay, see, look at that shit. That's what I'm talking about. That has way too much range. Okay? You listen to me? You got way too much range. There we go. That was bitching. Not bitching, it was the opposite of bitching. Bitchy. I don't know why There we go. I didn't want to have to fight him because there's no point. Owls is another thing that I don't typically like to kill. They seem closer to us humans in intelligence and wisdom, and he doesn't fly away either. You know, he's like, come on, be cool. I'm not gonna reject you, don't reject me. I can't argue with that. Only something of near human level or human level intelligence would have that thought process. Right, I handled that like a boss. I also don't like the stupid horse turnaround that she does, like this. That particular animation, because if you're at the edge of a cliff and you do that, you can just fall off because it makes you move like 1 inch in the direction you're actually not ultimately moving, which is, I think, you know. And the reason I nitpick is because the game is really good otherwise. Like, it's just, like, these little issues that they know about are beneath it. Okay. Okay. I didn't think he was gonna attack that fast. Stop it. There we go. Get down here. Take sword, baby. Nice. It visceraled him and it did the... And it did the bleed damage at the same time. Alright. You... Come with me and open this. I would have had the first guy do it, but this guy was just a little too close. Where he, for sure, would have seen his friend getting done and came over to investigate if I brought it. Yeah. 2 nice hits in. Visceral bleed, baby. Well, that was close. I almost took a hit there. And that giant AoE that creature does. We got more regular smithing. Oh, and we got a 2. Good. The problem with this enemy is if you approach them properly, there's no problem. Just like I've been doing. If they alter the way they are attacking, like generally, if they're unaware of you, you can get in to attacks like that. Visceral is triggered, you can get 1 more of those strong attacks. Do the visceral, and then right about now start, hit them again with the visceral, and again, and it will, you see, you can just put them in this loop. And that's perfect, right? And as long as they are unaware of you, you can keep doing that. It's better if they are not actively moving. And if they're standing, okay, let's just miss right there. Yeah, sometimes they'll stand. If they're standing and they're not in some kind of like sitting or idle animation, they can get up or attack you immediately like he did and do the stab. Or do the stomp, sorry. We'll see. We're not 100% sure yet. Yeah, okay, stomp. And then he'll do that right there, which is his, hey, I'm gonna yell at you. Which is good, because it puts him in that animation that does nothing for him. Lets you charge up a full charge attack, really. And then he'll do that right there, where he brings out his sword. Which, as you can see, if you time it right, you can get full double charged attacks. Asshole ass bats. 2 full double charged attacks on him as he's pulling his sword out, which, since he's aware of you, will not be enough to put him in visceral on its own, but the 3rd one, if you dodge the huge AoE that him pulling his sword out does. That was so stupid, dude. Oh god, I hate the physics of these craggy slopes. Not slopes, peaks. That's opposite of slopes. Well, they're sloping peaks, so. As hard as I'm working for these, like the foot drop is like, it's like a 1 to 3%. I don't know exactly what it is. It's very small of a chance that they drop it compared to the flight pinions. It's literally like a 50% chance or something like that. That's what it feels like. It might not be that high, but it feels very high. It's at least 10 times higher. Than the foot. That's why I have to kill these guys every chance that I get. Because sometimes they don't leave nothing. It's like that. Both of them left nothing. We're not in desperate need of farming that though, because we have 9 of them already, which is awesome. Alright, let's see if we can get this part to happen. All of them. Get this one. Come here. There we go. Alright, and we're gonna fight this death right bird. Or the death bird. Which is much better done on not your horse. Excuse me. I was in the middle of a roll, good sir. Damage dudes while they're in the middle of the roll. That's rude. Hey, stop it. This is a very difficult boss for me. Like, I struggle with it even when I have all the health I need and everything. I really thought that was gonna hit me. I must have been right outside. Heal. Yeah, I'm gonna waste that heal there because... Shit, that was a lot of damn damage. Okay, let's miss. He's got, like, one attack that will one-shot you if you are not at full health. It might one-shot me even though... Yeah, see, like that, he does so much damage. God damn. Like, I'm out of health, and he's not even halfway dead. Wow, that's fucking insane. Did you see that? Like, there was no wind-up. It's just like, oh, you're getting attacked. This is such a difficult boss for me. Like, I could come back here 20 levels higher. It will still be this hard. So, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do what any mature person does, and since something is hard, we're gonna give up. If I had about 10 more levels, no problem. This particular boss just is too erratic. Like, there are some bosses that I can underlevel fight. Dude, what the goddamn fuck, man? You see that shit? You see what's going on? You see how they're treating me? Look, I just died to a death bird. Doesn't mean every other bird gets to like evade death. That's not what you should be drawing from that. This is such a bullshit area too. Look, there's 4 of these will attack you on sight. Little animals you have to kill. There are 3 patrolling bat creatures also at night, and that's the only time he appears. So there are 7 enemies that you gotta go up there and quickly sweep as he is entering the battlefield, because as soon as you get into the area, it's like a 10 to 15 seconds. And he gets there and is able to actively attack you. And him on his own, you saw that. Like, I fought him on his own with no other enemies there, still killed me almost no problem. So having 7 other enemies there to contend with at the same time, it's just a bullshit situation, man. We got plenty of runes for killing all those giants. Like, the boss is hard enough on its own. Easy. And I know some people don't think it's hard. I do. There are certain enemies and bosses in every game I've ever played that just specifically give me a hard time. And Deathbird and all of his variants, like Death Right Bird and Super Death Right Bird, I don't know. There's a lot more of them. There's like at least 3 more encounters of him just in this area. I mean, like, just Limgrave and like the surrounding area. There's at least 1 more in Limgrave besides that one. There's the Death Right Bird, I think, is in Caelid, and he is just as annoying as that one, except a lot of his attacks have they do extra, not just extra damage, but they have the ghost flame attached to them, so they'll cause persisting areas on the ground that do kind of like an AoE. You know, like kind of like making a lava spot on the ground, but it's not, it's just fire. It's ghost fire. And yeah, I realize that that bird, I probably do a lot better against him if, first of all, if I upgrade this weapon, I might actually have it. Upgrading this weapon even 3 times is probably not enough to tip the scales, you know. If I didn't even get him down to half, even 3 upgrades wouldn't have, like, closed that gap. What it would have done, though, is make it him just a little easier to put into visceral attack state. That might have been enough. Let's... It's funny how he looked at that. That was good. Oh, okay, let's not be missing like that, man. Seriously, man? Oh, you see me now, don't you? Hiya! Fire arrows are not doing what I would call good damage. Ooh, the ones that fly far do just a little less damage. That's interesting. Okay. Yo, I need you to show me what it scales with. That's what I'm looking for. Does it not scale with anything? These aren't like the fire pots then, huh? They don't... They just don't get more powerful? Dude, they're hardly doing that much damage right now, as it is. What? Okay, you can't look at that from that screen. It makes you just throw them. Yeah, this scales B. What the hell is the point of carrying arrows then? Maybe yeah, you can tell that I don't ever use arrows, because it seems like everything is just way more powerful than whatever we're facing right now coming up. Why would, you know, let's just make one of those for good measure. Why would you ever use arrows if they're already not really doing that much damage? So what the hell chance do they have of, there's a giant up there, being effective? Trigger him if you walk just enough this way. There we go. Not here. It still hit me. There was no preventing that. Hey, you need to actually pick your foot up all the way before you drop it and do a big ass AoE. That's the thing, I'm not a fan of attacks that come out like immediately without having to be chambered, you know what I mean? I've been bitching about this kind of shit all the time. I'm usually not this much of a bitch, I don't know. On Wednesday. There was no point in healing him. Actually, yes, there was, because those guys at this point of the game actually give you a really nice amount of runes. I think it's 1,000. Which is pretty good. Yeah, see, these weeds, one shot, dude. That's why when I got off the horse earlier, I was like, okay, that was a bad idea. Because the horse versus the wolves gives you good mobility. And and I have their attack patterns down well enough. Otherwise, I don't like first combat. Because it's so limiting. And rightly so. I mean, nobody's gonna be able to fight on a horse anywhere near as well as not on one. I never could understand how people can literally ride a damn horse and shoot a bow and arrow with any effectiveness. Is there another wolf? Here, boy. Here, boy. Where are ya? There's not another wolf. That was 3 wolves. I just feel like I should have gotten a health back while I was checking for another wolf. Nice. See, I hit it that way because you can fully charged. Dude, I already have that item. I don't need any more of those. Give me the rest of his clothes, dude. Dude, that dude got the hyperist armor for doing that charge. Damn it, too slow. Oh well. Arrows reach talisman. That is not something I have ever used, or probably ever will, because it's just... This doesn't need to be here, but we're gonna move that here. Right? No, that's okay. Okay, we'll put it there. That's fine. What does need to go here is a spirit. I like the wolf spirit. They do good. Spirit. Jellyfish ashes. Noble sorcerer spirit. He casts like little glint stones. Is that what he does? Summons 5 wandering noble spirits. Dude, those guys suck ass, man. The jellyfish is much better than them. We'll put the jellyfish up. I don't use the spirit summons that often, so it's not going to be much of a help. It almost doesn't matter which one I pick because I use them once like every 3 or 4 hours. Like, we've already been playing with Karlsson longer than that and have not once summoned spirits. I think part of the reason is because it has to be specific places that you can summon them, which limits what much I use it. That's part of what limits how much that I use it. The other reason is, I just damn forget a lot of the times, actually, the main reason. And I don't use them for bosses either, just because bosses, I just kind of solo. That's bullshit. It's bullshit how they fall over, too, and the geometry is like, yeah, if you get stuck between their legs over there, you know what that means. You're probably not going to get to the visceral attack state part fast enough. This is why I think there needs to be a separate input for that. Just because your character seems to know where it is, or where the visceral attack state area occurs. There is a marker in this game. I was saying how there wasn't. There is one, which is an improvement over all the other games because they didn't have it. I don't know why I forgot that this one actually does in fact have it. Okay. Okay. Video games. Anyway, there needs to be, first of all, an input that triggers you doing only that attack. It doesn't do anything else. This input, it only works when somebody can be visceraled. And it only does a visceral, so you can't, because right here it's R1. So you can't accidentally do this shit when you're trying to put in the visceral instead, because that's the same input, and sometimes you're standing in the right damn place and it still does it wrong. We just missed all of them. Okay, let's just hang our head in shame. You see what I mean? And also, I would like to see, as long as you're able to touch the enemy at any length of their body, I don't care if they're like one of those giants and you're at the edge of their pinky toe, as long as you are within range of whatever their hitbox is, not the critical state area, their actual hitbox, you should be able to execute it. And your character, because they know where the critical place is. That's why the icon comes up. They know where it is. Damn it. So that right there, to where, like, you should be able to grab his shit with some sort of, hey, pick something up that's far away. If you get on that fast enough, you can grab something that's flying through the air. Anyways, they may never change it to that, and to be honest, it's, you know, that's okay. That one isn't a huge deal. I just don't like how sometimes I'm in the perfect spots, and like because there's so much uneven terrain all the time, and the physics engine is not as robust as it would need to be to not cause their head, you know, to get buried underground, which is the part that you need to see or something, which wouldn't happen in real life. Right? Their head would not get buried under the ground or into a wall or something, and then you won't be able to hit it. See, the thing I'm talking about, being able to just have your character enter an animation on their own, whole deal, would stop that from being a problem. Now, I could see it being an issue if they followed their head into the wall or some dumb shit like that. Okay, stop. Go back, grab this. This is what I don't like the Force, is the controls. You can't just turn on a dime and stuff. And I get why you can't. It's not realistic to be able to charge on a horse at 25 miles per hour and then just say, hey, I just want to go the other direction. That's why I don't like using the horse. That's why I don't like open world games. I don't like having to use them out. I know you don't have to, but damn, you know. It's not fun taking double or triple the time to get somewhere. Because the world is so open. So we do what we can. I really, really do love how they gave the horse a double jump, though. That was especially needed. And I'm glad they didn't screw us with any, oh, well, that's not realistic shit. I know this is a fantasy game and everything, so that's a poor argument to make in this setting. But too many games, in my opinion, chase the wrong kind of realistic. Like, the whole, like, oh, well, there's a 1-inch rock, so your dashing attack is going to get messed up because, you know, 1-inch rock could literally trip you in real life. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I think you're missing the point. But then, separately, completely permits some dude's head or other body part getting shoved into a wall because the physics engine isn't capable of tracking enough of them. Dude, that wasn't cool. That one guy. Okay, dude, what's going on? Carlson, what is it? Do we need to have a little talk? What's going on, girl? The one guy, it wasn't the main knights that were irritating me. It's like, I hit the one common shitty foot soldier well more than enough to kill him, and he had, like, a splinter of health left somehow, and it's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna stagger you. That's what annoyed me about that shit. Sorry, guys. I will exterminate bats any chance that I get in this game because they are in that category of enemy that makes the other category of non-annoying enemies possible. Exactly how I would describe them. Hey, yo, it's one of them crones. I literally never talked to them. Let's check this out.
Your head traverse Rhea Lucaria and reunites the half-crest. Oh, but the bridge is only Storm Veil.
Ah, beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, ah, beautiful. I'll see them up there. No, no, stay away from me. Get out of their range fast enough. Ah, we didn't do it fast enough. I was gonna say, sometimes when you trigger enemies to come out of idleness, you can run out of range fast enough that their awareness doesn't snap onto you, though. It's just that you triggered them to wake up, like in the bat's case. And once they get out of their animation of waking up, then their awareness activates, and if you're within that sphere, they know you're there, man. Dude, he's like flying backwards and shit. That's hilarious. I feel like kind of knows I'm here, but it's like, but you're not close enough to technically be in my awareness, so I'm not gonna do anything about you being here. Oh hell yeah, I got some. Okay, we made that mistake again. I don't like how. Yeah, we messed that shit up because we allowed him to use his. Hey, let's not get stuck on a tree when we're backpedaling. Okay, not a good look. That is not what the professionals do. Professionals get them stuck on trees. Okay, thank you. Perfectly charged, goddamn claymore bullshit. How about clay less? How about that, huh? These dudes, we're just gonna have to screw this up because I don't want to be taking bolts to the back this whole time. Or any other direction of me. Where's the other one? I know there were two. That's him. Okay. Alright, suck it down. There are more enemies here. I do not know why I just got refilled. See what I mean? Maybe there are two separate groups that are considered mobs here. And we dealt with just one of them. Gotta be careful about this guy. There's someone behind him. I know there's like one of those small crappy soldiers over there that see you. There he is. Because you think you're hot shit taking out dudes. You see me? He does. He's got something that's gonna. Okay, now that one over there should be the final one. And I should get 2 healths back. This thing that we missed on the way over here. Very few of them ever have an art that I'm going to use. There's like maybe 2 or 3 of those guys, those beetle guys, in the whole game that have an art that I use. And Wild Strikes I don't think is one of them. I still cannot believe I have not once had one of these knights drop their main sword. They are not generous with that thing, man. Like, out of how many of them have I killed so far? It's been like 30 or 40 of them. Like, lifetime. I mean, for Carlson, not my lifetime. And still no sword. This would be a good place for that meme. And it's not even that great of a sword. I mean, I think it's actually a pretty great one, but it's not like... But it actually really isn't. It's good. And that's all there is to it, man. So let's go all the way back here, I think. Right, because there's this thing to fight too, and I don't think... That one's just so damn hard, man. He's not hard, he's just... He's got so much health. That specific enemy that comes out of there. And does not stagger or anything. Y'all hearing what I'm saying? Nothing staggers him, man. Alright, we got plenty of smithing stones. Started at 115.24. Yeah, let's just max this out right now. 115.24, now it's at 128 or 135.26. Behold, angel. That's me. I'm the angel. I need to put some damn clothes on. We don't have anything. We don't want to give her a hat at all. She is not going to be a heavy armor individual. Oh, we can put those on her. Hidden trousers? Yeah, that's perfect. And it keeps us light load. And she has 0 poise right now, so putting that up to 10. Hopefully that'll negate some attacks. Alright, so very late in the game, so to speak, we are finally adding some clothes to her. You know, I probably wouldn't be having so much trouble. And I'm not having that much trouble, that's not what I'm saying. But, like, I'd probably be doing a little bit better as far as health and everything is concerned if I didn't start as the Wretch. I keep forgetting, the Wretch starts you, like, 7 levels down, minimum, for some, types. It's... Okay, I don't even see how that missed. That literally went straight through him. For some types, it's more than that. Like, some types... Some classes start you higher than 7 levels above Wretch. Don't they? What is going on? Why are you guys, like, so aware of me now? Am I making more noise because of my parents? It's gotta be what it is. I think that actually might be what it is, because they're all just more aware of me than I am comfortable with, and I know about, or expect. That is a good one. Okay, we'll not do this. I can't imagine that this is that entertaining to watch. People farming beat. I do want to see how many. We still got 9. Plus we have the one that we have. Oh, we have... So it'll be 11 because we have 2. Okay. So I think then what we're gonna do is, yeah, we'll just go ahead and fight the dragon. Let's go do that. Okay, I think we're up to the point where fighting the dragon makes sense. He gives you like 5,000 runes, so it's like 1 level. You kill him right from the get-go, that's like 3 or 4 levels, but you don't have the horse from the get-go, so yeah, this is an area where you can use Oh, you know what? Let's do that. I never use summons against this bot. I'm telling you right now, it's literally not going to make a difference. If the jellyfish can even reach all the way over here. But nope. Nice. That right there, that's the problem with this boss. Is that attack specifically. Is because if he does that just right at the right time, there ain't no stopping it, dude. Nice! This is an example of sucks to have to run around, find the right portion of him to. He's okay. Stomp, yeah. He did the stomp. That's fine. Oh, god damn it. When he goes up there, it is super, super annoying because, first of all, he can still hit you with that flamethrower. And he's just super passive up there and won't come down. But if you climb that hill up to go over there and meet him, it'll restart him. Yeah, see, look at him. He's doing all that shit, and now he's going back up. This is what I mean. This right here, this kind of shit is very poor design. Like, bad game design. This is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about, is like why this game is not a 10 out of 10 for me. Well, at least you got poisoned. Didn't I say that jellyfish is not going to make a difference at all, and the jellyfish is going to end up being what kills him? You know what? Since we're dealing with this bullshit, let's the jellyfish, right? Say, I knew that was coming. As soon as you get off the horse, he's going to use the one attack that will one-shot me. Okay. The right arrow, please. The right arrow. Got him. Okay. Oh, that was close. I almost didn't eat that thing fast enough. Dude, that jellyfish. Where are you? Thank you so much. I totally misjudged you. If I had to guess, if I had to run back though, I'd still say the same thing, that it wouldn't matter, because in most battles, he doesn't go up there on the stupid ass, you know, and do all that shit, right? But like, it's like 1 out of every 5 battles, he lies and gets stuck like up, like, or he'll go up there or something, and then he'll just never come down. Because he has an attack that he can use while he's that far away, so he's just like, okay, I'll just keep spamming this attack. Very bad game design. I do not like that that is possible. Thankfully, it doesn't happen too often. Nice. Ooh. I've never seen them do that. Dude, this jellyfish is clutch as shit, dude. Because the nice thing is he poisons if he hits something. The issue is he had to hit that dragon like 8 damn times to poison him. And for almost all bosses, they're too fast for him to hit them reliably more than a couple of times, and for poison and stuff like it, you have to hit things like several times. You guys should not have a physical attack along with the, hey, we can spout this and it not only poisons you, but it also actively hits you for damage. I don't like when a poison cloud itself can damage you, plus it can poison you, right? rolled over. Oh no, they all did that. Okay. Cool. It's a good lesson to never underestimate these seemingly not useful. Is that crab's eyes glowing? Look at me straight. They really are not. Okay. Because if they are, that means he gives like 5 times experience or something. Might be 10 times. When an enemy's eyes are actually glowing, like they'll look like lights. But he is not exhibiting that sort of characteristic. Not the one I'm talking about. Alright, thank you, jellyfish. Like, literally, if it were the wolves, they would not have been useful, because they'll also be close enough to the dragon for most of the battle that the dragon will be hitting them while trying to hit me.
Beautiful work, and as such, the heart, if you should find you and seek the...
And literally just takes them like 2 shots, all of them. And a lot of the attacks it does are so widely sweeping that it'll hit both, if not all 3 of them at once. You know what I mean? And they're like hardly a distraction. Alright, we're gonna stop at 20 stamina because I am a lot more satisfied with how much stamina, with how our stamina is going. Like 10 stamina ago, I was like, dude, we are running out of stamina so often, so quickly, so easily. Now this is a good place to hold it for a second. What's with that? He's like, hey, I'm just gonna hide in these bushes. Yo, I can't remember. It's worth going down. So I guess we're going down there. Can't remember if that item is anything, but we'll... Yeah, I'll just keep jumping up here one by one. That's fine with me. Huh. Last shard. Thrilling. Have eggs. Talk about essential, right? Glowstone, last shard. You guys are literally contenders for the most bullshit drops of any enemies. Enjoy it. Sometimes they drop a string, which can be useful for certain items. None of them did on this occasion. Fine, I don't think I really need much string. What does string make? It makes the pulling... Not pulling. It's, I mean, that's what you do, but that's a bad way to describe it. It's like the, yeah, can we stop? Don't you love how, like, that also, like, the fact you can get knocked off of your horse to me is annoying. I get it, it's realistic. Dude, I like sleep the fuck out of them. Can you chill the hell out, please? Chill the hell out. Nobody likes a show off. But the fact that when you get knocked off your horse, you are sitting there, like, writhing in agony for like 20 minutes before you can do anything. You can't roll, you can't stand, you can't do anything, and you don't have iframes during that. And I get it. I guess the enemies have that weakness too, because you knock them off, you can critical them. but did you see that tiny ass enemy, which hardly does any damage with his attacks at the level I'm at, can knock you off your horse, because that's the way that it is programmed. It's like if you take 4 or 5 hits in any like 5-second window or something, you just get knocked off your horse. It doesn't matter how weak the thing was hitting you. And I don't agree with that. But that's just me. There's more skull. What else was I doing? Should I just keep moving them? We never did go here, right here in this area, where we want to be. That's not what I want to do. Yeah, up there. It seems like a waste not to partially spec in something else and to just do a physical build with bows and arrows and stuff. Because this game in particular highly rewards you having some magic competence. Soldier's crossbow, that'll help us get rid of all those bolts we have. I haven't even been able to buy a crossbow yet. It's a shame. There's a specific way you want to approach this area. And it is from this side. Because there is a mage up there who will see you if you approach from not this side. There's two actually, and they have a much harder time seeing you if you go this way. And then you can like get a drop of everybody from behind where no one is aware of you. So there's a lot of birds down there. Problem is you hit one of them and the rest will fly away. Which includes, like, magic. Dude, he dropped 3 things, dude. That's a baller. It's hard to get, like, this dude dropped nothing. It's hard to get dudes to drop 1 thing. He dropped 3 damn things. I wish I would drop that sword. Is that what you got? Nope. Was that my 3rd pair of Godric's soldier greaves? That's my 2nd. I'm wearing the pair of, Aiden's soldier greaves. Right, so you take this guy out. Right here. And then no more mage right here. And then that mage over there. Can I hit him with the bow? I might be able to with the bar arrows. Let's see. That's not enough damage. That's not enough hitting you in the head where what should have happened. Alright. Okay, yeah, thanks for that. Appreciate it. Like, dude, magic does not go that fucking far. Trust me. It doesn't go half that far. Like, you cast a spell, it will disappear before halfway to him, and that shit still got me. Like, I don't know why I keep missing these birds. Alright, good. We got another foot, though. All is well now. I gotta say, that's probably the thing I like least about this weapon. Otherwise, this weapon is like a 10 out of 10. Because it does bleed. It is just cool, even if it didn't do bleed. It has longer range than most weapons. It's got a reliable attack pattern if you are attacking one enemy. And it's good enough to hit multiple enemies. The problem is its attacks, though, are not optimized for hitting more than one enemy. Like even that, like this right here, is what I usually kill those, kill the birds with. And most other swords, dude, you guys did not hear that and get scared, dude. Get the hell out of here with that shit, dude. Keep flying, and don't come back until like, I don't know, next season, because that was stupid. Dude, I just got buffed. I got buffed. The bird foot buff increases your rune acquisition. That was pretty cool, man. Yeah, that is not what I asked you to do. For some context, yeah. That's why, for some context, I was sprint, crawling, and should have rushed forward. Oh, racing. Potential dismounter. Like it. Right? That's how this works, right? You sprint. Yeah, you can sprint crawl and then do a dash attack. And that is what I ordered, and that is not what I received. Great Epe. I think thrusting swords are really cool in these games. What is going on? What is that? Hey, secret encounter? Remember this ever happened? Hey, can you stop doing bullshit? No. You're not listening. I said stop doing bullshit. Okay, come on. Give me a break. God damn Caden Knight. Where is he? Can you not do that? That makes no sense. Nobody is convinced that your roar is gonna hit somebody other side of the map. I knew it. There is no dodging that attack. It's just use this and win. Like, literally, dude. Like, that, I think, might be the hardest attack in the entire game to learn the roll timing of. It's, because whatever you do, it's not going to be the right timing. Trust me. Why did I get hit by that? That makes no sense. There we go. Finally. Jesus Christ. This guy, in addition to being a straight up asshole, for all the reasons, barely didn't get hit by that. There we go. And watch him not get hit by any souls. Yeah, 1255 is not worth the bullshit we had to put up with to put him down. Where's the Caden Knight? At least he de-aggroed pretty fast. That was so annoying, man. That he's just like, oh, there's someone over there. Why aren't you fighting the damn bear, dude? That bear, trust me, the bear is a menace. comes and attacks me. I don't like the bear as an enemy. He's not the worst of it. Okay, it's no, not that's not what I'm saying. But some of them, especially some of the more aggressive ones later, like that one didn't do quite as much damage to me as I thought he was going to. It's probably just because I don't know what level am I? 7. Yeah, I'm like 10 levels higher than I sometimes am coming through this area, so that's probably part of it. Plus, we got pants on now. We used that bear skin and made ourselves some more clothes, just like something. And he should have dropped something. What did he drop? Oh, the larva tier. That's actually a pretty good item to drop, especially at this point in the game. Because there is a very limited amount of those. At least at this point of the game. Like the first half of the game, I don't think there's something you can actually farm. That is not how I thought that was going to go. Okay. Whatever, dude. Whatever. But the bear is annoying because, especially that grab attack, dude, it has so much range. Like, you could be standing at his ankles and he uses it several feet ahead of you and will still hit you with it because it's such a big, like, hitbox. And it does minimum half of your health in damage. Like that, like, I have pretty good health for this area of the game. And it did, like, half to me. I got hit in the bitch ass, so I'm just starting to figure out what was going on. We can't have that. Not at all. But yeah, that's what the bear... If the bear didn't have that one attack, he would probably lose like 2 or 3 points in difficulty. Whatever the hell I would rank him, I don't know. They're not too damn bad when you start to understand them, but especially his like main charge attack, which has a very fast wind-up and will always knock you down, and it does a good amount of damage, is not something I enjoy. Oh, and the last thing that I hate about that enemy is when you do put him in visceral attack state, it ends very fast, which is unfair considering how big he is and you just have to walk around to this very small section where his head occupies space. He's already doing like a lot of damage. Wow! Dude, seriously, man? Come on now. There we go. I say, like, how are you giving me so much? Like, he quickly got bleed damage on me, and I'm like, I have hit you more than double. Why is my bleed damage not stacking up? And the game was like, oh shit, you right? And he bled. That is not an enemy that is really a particularly hard enemy, but the first time I fight him in every playthrough, it gives me trouble. I don't know why. It's one of those situations. Because, like, once you get that enemy's attack patterns down, it's not an enemy that... Because there are some enemies in this game that are still kind of, you know... Like, they're kind of tentative. And engagement with them is tentative. The bear is like that. I would say the bear... I would rather fight that Bloodhound Knight than the bear. If they have the same health, for sure. Because the bear has killed me way more times just because of its unpredictability. It's harder to learn the bear, I think, than the Bloodhound Knight, despite the fact that Bloodhound Knight is in most ways faster. You know. I think it's funny how, yeah, that guy was taking a while to be aware of exactly where I was. I thought I was gonna be able to get through this without that happening, but okay. We'll just cheat. Shit out of this thing. There we go. Sorry, buddy. There's only one top spot available. Boom! That was awesome. This looks like one of those, you know, the pedestals where there's first place, second place, third place. But guess who's first place? Me. We got 2 third places and 1 second place. 2 second place. Look at him. He's kind of there. Probably like 4th place down there. Keep doing stuff. Golden butterfly. Copy that. Stone sword key. Is that the first one of those we picked up? Man, we've been going for a while without picking up. Stone sword keys. It seems like that's something we should have picked up now. Oh yeah, we're too far apart for that. Alright, y'all. I think that's gonna do it for this one, and we'll see you for part 4. Yeah, later on.